Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy. Once again, it's your host, Bubesi Mpati Yomhlaba. Bubesi Mpati Yomhlaba. Once again, I'm here. Welcome to another edition of Football is a Religion. Okay, so we're just gonna be straightforward, right? Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and please share, right? Let us grow the Football is a Religion community. Let us grow this global community, right? Look, okay, without further ado, right, the second leg semi-final clash that took place between Fulham as well as Liverpool at Craven Cottage in West London, right? So now we know that it will be a repeat of the 2022 Carabao Cup final, which will take place on the 25th of February at Wembley Stadium this year, 2024. Chelsea vs Liverpool, Carabao Cup final. How did the game go between Fulham and Liverpool? You want to know? You want to know? If yes, let's get into it. Okay, so Liverpool, it was advantage Liverpool following the 2-1 victory at Anfield, right? It was a come from behind 2-1 victory. So obviously Liverpool had the advantage. They were in the driving seat. Obviously advantage was on the Reds' side. As we know, they are the record champions. They've won this title 9 times. Right, so they are the record holders, the record winners. So it was advantage for them. As it went as follows, we all knew that Liverpool were gonna actually, emerge to the final, but it was not gonna be easy against the Fulham side that were actually determined to get their first bit of major silverware since its formation in 1876. It's kind of crazy because Fulham are the oldest team in London, right? They are the oldest team in London, but they have never won a major trophy since its inception in 1876, right? They have a few achievements here and there, right? They've made it to the Europa League final, okay? Defeating Juventus 4-1 on their way to the Europa League final in 2010. So Fulham have got a massive history. They've got a great history, but they've never won a major trophy. So basically this was their chance. They were fancying to win some silverware, some major silverware for the first time in its history. And what a way it could come, beating Liverpool and actually meeting your bitter rivals, your bitter West London rivals, Chelsea, at Wembley Stadium. Right. So Luis Diaz gave Liverpool an early lead after he chested a ball wonderfully. The Colombian is just so brilliant. He's so brilliant as the Colombian. He chested down a Jarrell Quensa diagonal ball, cutting inside, beating Bernard Leno at his near post too easily. A bait with even with a bit of a deflection. It came with the help of a deflection. Although, surprisingly, Marco Silva's host, had good spells in the game, as they did get their deserved equalizer on the night, when like Issa Diop, we know the Senegalese French defender, but he pledged his alliance to France. He could have been at the African Cup of Nations representing Senegal, but he pledged his allegiance to France. So, he bundled in a Harry Wilson deflected cross, which actually gave the Craven Cottagers a glimmer of hope of actually, sending the game into extra time. Because we know another Fulham goal would have actually sent the tie straight into another 30 minutes. Okay, but Harry Wilson's long-range strike, was saved comfortably by Liverpool substitute goalkeeper. He's actually the second choice goalkeeper. This goalkeeper that actually started the game for the Reds against Fulham in the second leg, Conmin Kelleher, right? So it was a great save by him, actually denying Harry Wilson's long-range shot. Unfortunately, from that point onwards, the Cottagers just could not find a second goal, despite actually pushing for one and actually their wait for a first, League Cup final. Unfortunately for the Craven Cottagers, the wait has to continue. You understand? This could have been their moment, right? But unfortunately, Liverpool were just too good for them on the night. And unfortunately for the Cottagers and Marco Silva's men, the wait has to continue, right? Maybe they can do it in the FA Cup, we'll see. But the wait will just have to continue, right? From that point onwards, man, I can just say both sides are in FA Cup 4th round action. This weekend with Fulham hosting Newcastle on Saturday, and then Liverpool, they actually at home to Norwich City at Anfield. So Both these sides still have more football to actually play, but Fulham, it's going to be a very tough encounter for them against the Magpies, because the Magpies have had an on and off season. Okay, they've had an on and off season. They haven't really been doing so well. So I'm sure the Magpies will be fancying their chances of actually at least lifting the FA Cup, just to actually make up for the fact that they haven't had a consistent season this season, right? To say the least, I must say, I'm actually looking forward to the final. I'm sure you guys are, because since it's going to be a Chelsea versus Liverpool final, we know that both these sides have got like 14 League Cup titles between them, right? Liverpool have won 9 of those. They are the record, champions of this tournament, and Chelsea have got 5. So last time Chelsea actually won it was under Jose Mourinho, when they actually won the double. It was the League Cup as well as the league title in the 2014-15 season, right? So Chelsea would love to actually relish this opportunity of actually clinching some silverware, which will actually be a guaranteed spot in European football next season. Because if you consider Chelsea's league spot, their spot on the league table is not actually good enough, because Chelsea are still 9th and they are far off the pace. You understand? They are far off the pace. Perhaps Champions League football for them next season might be far-fetched. So they will relish this opportunity of actually at least winning this tournament to actually secure a spot in Europe next season. Perhaps it might be in the Europa League or the UEFA Europa Conference League, between the two, right? But back to the game between Fulham and Liverpool. Despite the fact that if you actually observe closely, Fulham did actually play so well. They actually did put up a fight against the Reds, But Liverpool were kind of they were looking comfortable until the 75th minute of the game, and they could have led by more, to say the least. But they just got over the line, despite, a nervous finish, a nervous finish to the game, right? Because now Liverpool have set another record. By going into the final on the 25th at Wembley, it's now a record 14th League Cup final, okay? And they're only just 90 minutes away from lifting silverware after a trophyless 2022-2023 season, okay? So that's another record that Liverpool have set. And funny how both of these sides, Chelsea and Liverpool, they have set the record, right? Liverpool have made it to more League Cup finals than any other side. Now this is their 14th. Chelsea are second with 10 League Cup final appearances. So records are always there. And both these sides have actually enjoyed so much success in this competition over the years. And, either side, could actually enhance their record. And a win for either side will actually give them a massive boost, going into the second half of the season, of this particular season, Premier League season, right? And look, Klopp, credit must also go to the coach, Jurgen Klopp, because Jurgen Klopp, he has actually built an excellent new look team, because this is actually a new look Liverpool side, right? And the Premier League holders, they have hopes, actually. They've got hopes of actually securing a domestic treble. It's possible. It's actually possible, but hey, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. And if you're a Liverpool supporter back home, I don't think you should get carried away too quickly. Okay? Yes, chances are Liverpool can secure the treble, but I wouldn't get too carried away if I was a Liverpool fan, because, there are teams that are still going to put up the fight. I mean, first you have to secure the Carabao Cup against Chelsea, a team that also has got a point to prove after a disastrous campaign, after a disastrous 2023 as well, right? So Chelsea do have a point to prove. So, you just cannot underestimate any side, right? Because Chelsea are still a big club, they are a major club, and this will actually, them winning the Carabao Cup will actually give them a massive, morale booster ahead of the second half of the Premier League campaign, because it hasn't been easy since, the the whole Russia and Ukraine conflict, which actually led to the fact that, due to the fact that it was owned, Chelsea Football Club was owned by a Russian oligarch, which was Roman Abramovich. Now there had to be a lot of changes. Chelsea had to be sold. Now it was actually taken over by the Americans, and from that point onwards, it was just disaster. But we hope that the Blues can actually get their season back on track, actually get, their form back on track, because we see players like Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, as well as Mikhailo Mudryk, they're actually settling in well, as well as Raheem Sterling. We're starting to see the best of him. So, these are players who will actually be coming up again against his former side, Liverpool, on the 25th. So, yeah, man, these are players that, are actually doing so well. They're actually having a great campaign, but it's just a matter of Chelsea getting those consistent results, and they actually need this to win this tournament. When you look at also Liverpool as well, Liverpool, on the side of Liverpool, they've only lost once domestically this season. They've only lost once domestically, and which was that controversial match away to Tottenham Hotspur on the 30th of September last year. It was a controversial match, to say the least, right? Where Luis Diaz was denied a goal because apparently he was in an offside position, but he was not offside, so VAR got that completely wrong. Liverpool got 2 red cards on the day, which was very controversial. I think that red card that was shown to Luis Diaz was very harsh indeed, and it was so inaccurate, To say again, to add on to what I'm just saying right now, the positives that this Liverpool side is showing this season is that, they have strength in depth too. Liverpool has got an abundance of depth in their squad, because now they've made 191 changes to their starting 11 in all competitions, right, this season. Just like 56 more than any other Premier League club currently. And, if you look at it, right, it's just incredible. It's amazing that even what Jurgen Klopp is doing with these young stars, giving them more game time. The likes of Curtis Jones, he has actually had a superb season coming off the bench. He's an incredible impact player, right? As well as Rob Elliott, an incredible player. Wonderful to watch on the ball, And you go back to the match against Fulham. Diaz's early strike did settle any immediate nerves, and Liverpool had several chances, you understand, to put the tie to bed, because Darwin Núñez, he went close on several occasions. Darwin Núñez is also having a pretty decent season because he's actually had 20 goal contributions. Darwin Núñez has scored 10 goals this season. He's also got 10 assists. So he's having a decent and incredible season this season, right? So yeah, Diaz could have actually had a second, but unfortunately his goal was ruled out for offside, correctly so. So, it's actually going to be an interesting encounter between Chelsea and Liverpool, on the 25th of February at Wembley Stadium in the Carabao Cup final. I hope you enjoyed this video, man. I hope you did. If you certainly did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Pubesi Mphathi Yomhlaba, your host. That's it for now. I'll be back with some more information later on. Cheers, man.